Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. It's already time to start. So, because you came on in early, we want to respect your time. So that's why we're gonna start right now. Again, thank you for being here. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Olga. She's my colleague, and she's gonna start with the webinar. Olga, the floor is all yours.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Olga, and I'm a content manager in Companio. Today, I will briefly talk about the annual report in Estonia. What is it? Who needs to submit it? And why it's especially important looking ahead 2026. So now let's go to the slides and start. The annual report is a mandatory financial document that every company in Estonia must submit to the business register once a year. It gives the authorities a clear overview of the company's financial situation and business activities. The requirements applies to all companies, even if there was no activity, no income, or no transactions during the year. Next slide, please. Starting from January 1st, 2026, all companies that were established before July 1st, 2025 are required to prepare and submit the annual report for 2025. This applies regardless of the company size or level of activity. The official deadline for submitting the annual report is June 30, 2026. Missing the deadline may lead to penalties, restrictions on the company, and in some cases, even removal from the business register. That's why it's strongly recommended to start the process early and avoid last minute issues. Next slide then. The annual report is important not only because it is mandatory, it ensures transparency, keeps the company in good legal standing, and provides reliable information for authorities, business partners, and potential investors. It is also required if the company plans to distribute dividends. Benefits. Submitting the annual report early helps you avoid last minute stress and possible penalties. It also allows for faster processing of company changes and applications. In addition, it improves your company credibility by demonstrating good governance and reliability and gives you more time to review the reports and correct any mistakes if needed. From my side, that's all. Thank you very much for attention. And if you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat. And now I would like to hand over to Kristen, who will continue with the next part of the webinar.
Thanks, Olga. So we just saw why it's important, who needs to submit it, and the benefits of submitting it. I also would like to mention that we have the early discount, 50% off until March 31st. So this is another motive or motivation that we offer for you to be able to submit the annual report early. It allows us to work with more time and to do everything correctly. If you have any questions or there's any process that you might get stuck to, it's better because you have more time. And now I want to go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna show you like the whole process, what it takes, how to do it, and maybe explain and get a little bit deeper within some sections that we've noticed in the past that other people have struggled with. And another thing is, let me say that we have improved this process. It keeps getting better every year based on your feedback, based on what we noticed that people might struggle a little bit. So we've been improving it, and the first thing that makes everything roll, that starts the process, is the payment. You need to complete the payment within the dashboard, and when this is done, it automatically starts the whole process. You can find the the banner in your home section. It says, just like it's mentioned here, it's time to prepare your annual report, and then you can just click start now, and that's the first thing to start the process. Once the process is the payment is ready, it will come time to check the requisites. For the requisites, the system is the one that defines what you need to complete, if there's something need to complete, because some companies might have a lot of actions needed, some companies might have a few, and some might even don't have any requisite at all. It all depends on a lot of factors that we're going to be seeing next. But basically, once the payment is fulfilled, the system automatically goes and check what we need to complete the annual report. So for this part, you just need to be aware of the statuses. It's going to change from getting started into requisites, and you will receive obviously a notification, so you you know what stage of the process you are. After that, the first requisite is to give permission to the accountant. If you haven't done it already, this is done through the power of attorney. It basically allows our accountants to prepare and submit the annual report on your behalf. This is a very fairly simple process. You will have this section within the requisites. If you haven't granted yet, you can see how it's done in within the dashboard. There's a very detailed tutorial on how to do that. But if you have already done it, then this won't be on, let's say. Now we go to the requisites. There are 5 type of requisites that you could have. Like I said, some companies might have them, some others don't. But the idea right now is to check them all, so you can have an idea of what you might find. The first one is to check if your banks are connected. So if for any reason you had a bank disconnection, this is the first thing that you'll see. Check your bank connections, and once you click there, you will see a list of banks that might need reconnection. So basically, in this process, you only need to sign in into your banks within the dashboard. Is as easy as that. But note that if your bank has been disconnected for some time, the system might detect any new transactions that have been done in the time that your bank has been disconnected, and this would translate into more requisites, like some missing statements, missing documents, or stuff like that, if the system detects that there has been any bank movements and within the time that your bank has been disconnected. This is something really important that we always try to tell everyone to keep their banks linked, so you don't have to pass this part within the annual report. But basically, you will see the check banks connected, enter there, and basically just sign in into your banks within the dashboard. Then we go to the missing bank statements. Here is, like I said before, if the system recognizes some gaps within the transaction history. So you will only need to upload a missing bank statement with the corresponding bank. If you have any missing bank statements, you will see exactly what bank it is, what date it is, what details, so you can be able to find the correct match. Right now, just a little parenthesis with the presentation, we're just showing kind of like a basic behavior, but when I finish explaining the 5 requisites. I'm going to show you within the dashboard how it looks and how to interact with all these options. So don't worry, we're going to be able to see that in more depth. And if you have more questions, you can pop them in the Q&A underneath. I'm seeing that we already have a few questions that enter. We're going to be answering them at the end so we don't lose this flow. So within bank statements, then we can pass to the next one, is missing documents for transactions. So basically, if you have any transactions or bank payments that need a document match, they will be here. In this part, you will be working with 2 columns, basically the options and the actions column. In the options column, you will specify what type the transaction. So for example, if it's an invoice, a receipt, and in the action column, it will allow you to upload the document to match the transaction you selected. So for example, here you can see if we have a payment that need a document, you can select the option that it's corresponding to this transaction and then upload the document here. Then we go to the missing payments for documents. And this requisite is basically the opposite as the one before. In the one before, you had a transaction without a document. In this one, you have a document without a transaction. So you need to match the transaction. And again, you will be working with 2 columns, the options and the actions. The options you can select is to upload a sales credit note, upload a bank payment statement. You can match with a transaction that's already in the dashboard. So if there's any disconnection, you can make the connection there. And if you had a payment done in December, only December, you can select the option that you will get the payment next year. Basically, that's this requisite. Then we go to the next one, the missing other documents. This is a very exceptional case. Probably nobody here or very few of people would have this requisite available because it just comes with very exceptional cases. And if you happen to have this, you will have here the document request with the very detailed the specific of what's needed from you. And basically you just have 2 options. It's either to upload or to leave a comment. So if you are asking for a certain document, you have the option to upload it here, or you can, if either you don't have the document or there's further explanation or something like that, you can leave a comment and explain the situation. And those are the requisites. Like I said, it's better to check them actually within the dashboard so you can see like exactly what this is and how will it look. So if I go to the annual report here, you can see all the requisites like we just talked about them. The first, permissions for the accountant. So you can see the status here. If it's already, if we're in this case, it's pending. So we just go to the process that's in here. To check the banks that are connected, you just see again the status here. If you have any disconnected banks, it will show up here, and you can just go ahead here and you basically reconnect them by signing in into the bank within the dashboard, and you're gonna be able to connect the banks here. If you have missing bank statements, it will say again the total of statements here, the status, and you start the process right here. So it will ask you which, like I said, it will give you like the specific details so you don't get lost. It will say the bank, what's the transaction, some more information, and the dates. So you know exactly what bank statement is missing, and you can just go click here and upload it. Just like that. Then we go with missing documents for transactions. Again, you have the details of how many documents are missing here. You have over here the status, and you just start the process right there. And like I said, you are gonna be working only with options and actions. Basically, the options will allow you to specify about this transaction. So, for example, this one is a sale, and I mark it as a sale. And then it will allow me to upload a document here, and basically do this with all the missing documents for the transactions. Then missing payment for documents. This is, like I mentioned, the opposite of the previous one. You will see how many missing payments you have. You will see the status right here, and you can start the process right there. Basically, the very similar to the previous one. You work with options and actions. For this document, you will have the information to allow you to recognize the document. You can see it also, and you choose the options of what better describe this document, so you can match it with the corresponding transaction. So that's missing payments for documents. And the last one that I mentioned, if there are other documents missing, this is, like I said, a very exceptional case. But if you have any, it will show here, and you will see the status right there. So you can start the process, and you will have exactly what document needs to be uploaded. So for example, here we have proof of residence for some reason, and I will say that I will upload it, and then I have the option to upload the document. And for example, if I don't have the document for some reason, I can add a comment right here, and that will be basically all the requisites. Like I said, if you have any question at any given moment, you have our support that you can write us, so we can help you. But basically, those are the requisites that you need to fill. And once you do, you can just click on the top, all requisite fulfilled, and our system will check everything. If there's something missing or something that needs to be corrected, we'll let you know. We'll send you a notification. But if everything's approved, the process will continue, and you will be able to see the next stage, which is preparation, basically. So here again, our system reviewed that everything previously was correct, and here is where the statement of financial position and profit or loss statement are prepared. You will see both of them within the dashboard, and your job right now will be basically read them and check if everything's correct. If everything's correct, you can approve. And if you see something that needs change for some reason, you can make the change right there. And for example, if it's profit, if your company registered profit within this year, you are going to be able to distribute as dividends. And if it's a loss, we are going to dive a little bit deeper into this, because you have many options. But basically, after doing all the requisites, you click everything's done. Our system will check it, and here's where we prepare the statement of financial uh, the statement of financial position and the profit or loss statement. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper within the loss statement. Because if it's a profit, you basically just select how much you want to distribute as dividends, if you want to distribute something as dividends. But if it's a loss, there are basically some options that you need to choose. Again, this is a very important part. So if you don't know exactly what to do, you can contact us for support. We'll be there ready to help you select the best answer, because all answers or whatever you select here have some financial and legal implications. So it's very, very important for you to select the appropriate response. You basically have four options that you can select. The first one is intangible assets. Basically, is that you clarify some expenses as investments or tangible assets rather than expenses. You have the second option, that is waive loan debt. For example, if you lend your business a loan, if you lended some money, you can give up the right to ask for the company to pay it back. You have the option to increase the share capital. And the last option is, if this is your first financial year, you can report a loss. But again, it's very important here for me to tell you that this is a very important thing. If your company presents a loss, hopefully don't, it didn't or it doesn't. But we're there to help you select the appropriate answer for you. Then we go to signature and submission. Basically, here is where we upload the annual report to the Estonian Business Register on your behalf. Then you just need to sign it digitally. Note that if you have many board members, all of them will be required to sign. In the dashboard, you will find the detailed step-by-step guide that you need to do. You will find here a step-by-step guide with, like I said, the detailed steps with screenshots, everything very, very detailed on how to do this part. But again, we can help you if for some reason you get lost or something like that. But once everything, all required signature had been completed, you can click here on the button to confirm. And then once everything goes as explained in this webinar, hopefully everything will be good, and you have this notification of congratulations that your annual report process is completed. It's everything is good, and you have the status as submitted. If for some reason something doesn't go as planned, there's an error, you're missing a signature or something like that, you'll receive a notification, and we are going to let you know exactly what happened, so you can correct it. And thank you very much. That's the whole process. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A tab. I'm seeing that we already have a few right there. Olga, if you want, I'm gonna read them and you can help me respond to them. The first question is for an e-resident with international operation. What are the 2 or 3 most common issues encountered during the annual report process, and how can they be avoided proactively?
Listen, can you show me where is the questions? I need to.
Yes, underneath you can see a section that says Q&A. Right within the camera, microphone, share screen.
I don't see here any questions. No
Okay, don't
questions
worry.
raised.
I'm gonna share my entire screen so you can see the questions right here. This one, the first one.
Sorry, can you send me those questions because I'm not really full understand it. That I need.
Okay, let me send them to you.
Can you transfer all that questions to me because I don't know why, but I didn't see any questions in my chat.
I am sending to you by ClickUp. Olga, can you see the questions that I sent you on ClickUp?
You're on mute.
Olga, can you see the question that I sent you on ClickUp?
Um, Actually, yes, thank you. I see that question. Sorry for delay. And actually, the main problem can be only if not prepared at the time or not prepare in time the documents. It's a main problem that can arise.
Okay, so recapitulating a little bit, the question was 2 or 3 most common issues encountering during the annual report process. Basically, not be prepared on time, not have the documents on time. Okay.
Prepare documents, yes.
Okay, the next question, I just sent it to you. It says, hey Olga, one of your slides says that a company established before the 1st of July 2025 has to submit the annual report. I have established my company on the 17th of September 2025. Does that mean that my company does not have to submit the annual report process, or is it the same procedure? Thank you.
Well, give me a second, just open these questions. So if you register your company in 17 September, that means that you need to prepare annual report in 2027 for 2025 and also for 2026.
Yeah, so basically, you can skip this year's annual report. Then the next question: how can I delete an existing invoice because the customer never paid it or went bankrupt?
Music. Just open in my the client. If the client is a bankrupt, you can just sorry, I don't know how to say in English. Give me a sec. I just open this. You can the accountant can write off on BAT like accountant receivable. That means you can only all this put on like expense like in other words, it write off on BAT like a debit.
Okay, the next question is asking if we're showing things on a different version of the platform. We're gonna have the same version of platform. If I'm not mistaken, this week is gonna be live the 2.0 Companio 2.0, so you're gonna see things exactly as I showed them. And if for some reason still you can contact support and ask if there's something that you saw here that's something different, or if you have any question. Once you're doing the annual report process, if there's something different that you didn't see here, or you didn't see in the tutorial that we have uploaded on YouTube, then you can ask for that specific help. But overall, yes, you will see the same things that we show here. Then the next question, Olga, I just sent it to you. It says, suppose I don't have a tax address, will I be rejected or fined? What are the consequences?
Music. What you mean at tax address? It's not possible because in register you should be on register you in register you need to have an address. It's not possible if your register have not any address.
Okay, the next question says, I required to take dividends after a certain period, or may the funds remain in the company's bank account? I think I can help you here. You're not required necessarily to distribute dividends. You can basically leave that blank, like a zero, without any dividends to distribute, or you can distribute a certain amount or everything. It's, if I'm not mistaken, Olga here, it's up to you. You can decide.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
The next question, I just sent it. It says, I am already on the preparation and confirmation part of the annual report. Started early. Congratulations. It looks like I need to confirm the statements. Is this something I need to review in depth, or is this just an overview for me to see that everything is okay?
So I need to understand that questions.
Yes, so basically they are in the here, if I'm not mistaken, in the preparation and confirmation part of the annual report.
Yeah, this is the dashboard questions actually.
Yes. So yes, if you're in this section, in the statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss, you need to check if everything's correct. And and then you can confirm the documents if everything's correct, or you can reject the documents and leave a comment. So if you see that something's not right, you leave a comment, specify what it is, so we can go back and change it. And yeah, basically.
Yes, it's just for information actually. Just for reviewing.
Then the next question, I just sent it to you. It says, in many EU countries, you have to pay tax on your bank account balances. In Estonia, you don't pay tax. Will that stay? Will that stay the case?
No, don't need it. In Estonia, not this practice.
And the last question, if one needs to change the address in the register, is that difficult?
If one needs to change the address in the register, no, it's not difficult. We can help with this. The Companio can help with this.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and talk to our support. They're going to be able to help you a little bit more, but it's not a difficult process. And okay, thank you. Okay, those were all the questions that we have. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, you can start the annual report process early, so you get that 50% discount, and everything is done working with time. We're gonna be sending you these recordings. We're gonna be you can find the tutorial in our YouTube channel as well, and hope we answer all your questions. Like I said, if you have any other things that come up once you're doing the process, you can contact support, and everything should be running smoothly. So thank you very much. Have a great day and a great annual report process. Goodbye.